Hey there, Flesh and Blood folks. Welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again. A fabulous cast. This last weekend was the Commoner Crawl event here in Portland, and I'm here today with Kevin, who went 3-2 with Azalea. That's right, folks. 3-2 with Azalea. I thought that was pretty hot. So we're here to talk about his event and his list. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in for, that's right, our Commoner deck list chat today. Kevin, how's it going, my man?
Doing well, man. I'm just ready to play some more Flesh and Blood. I know that we have the Battle Hard in LA this weekend, so your boy is gonna be in it. But you know what? With that said, how are you doing?
No, doing well. We had the Commoner event. I thought was a great. They've been fun, right? They've
Hmm.
been fun, and that's what we're there for. But again, like I said in the intro, I've kind of given up on my girl Azalea, and you haven't. You're a purist. You took her to the Commoner event, and you went 3-2, which I thought was pretty impressive. So walk us through your run, right? How did it start? How did it end? And then we'll go through your list after that. But yeah, walk us through your event.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I was pretty shocked that I went 3-2 because I was looking at some of the lists online on FabDB, which most people know about how good it is to have your deck list and all that. And I was looking through those, and I took what was there and added a bit of spice to my own because one of the things that I really like to use from Azalea is Sleep Dart. It's a well, Lexi can use it too, but Sleep Dart basically renders a hero or your opposing hero's abilities useless for a turn. And so I was banking on the fact that a lot of people are going to rely on that in Commoner, especially heroes like Dromai and Briar and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So that was something that I was hoping I can take advantage of, and that actually happened. So I'll take you through. So basically, the first match I played against Sky, he had a pretty good Viserai deck, and unfortunately, I lost that one because I popped my bracers way too early. It was the only piece of equipment that had
Oh, it's your
AB1.
only AB. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and at that point, I was thinking, well, I'm just gonna make it a race and see if I can just like damage him. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and Sky actually played really well with the come to fight he used and the rune chance that he was able to generate. So yeah, he played a very good Viserai in the common format. So there was that. And then my next match, I played against Adam, our guy Adam. He was running Briar, uh, you know, very good player, and I was just thinking, okay, well, if I can get some sleep darts in, if I can get some dominate arrows, then I have a chance to win. And yeah, I won against him. It was pretty close. Yeah, I just had some chances where I had some pretty big arrows. I think like up to like 9 or 10, and yeah, it was just. I mean, because I had like cards like Read the Glide Path and Nimblism and Overflex. Those are cards that I love to use, not just in Commoner but in Blitz as well. So
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure,
yeah,
sure.
so those are things that I relied on. And then the next match I played was the first time was your boy Travis from Distant Dice, and yeah, he played Dromai, and I was actually pretty scared coming in because I thought that he was going to overwhelm me with Aether Ashwings because that's pretty much the game plan is to generate Ash and then play cards to create those Aether Ashwings. So I had to figure out a way
Yeah, it's
to
hard to pop those when you have to spend a card each time, right? Yeah,
right.
right.
So I thought, well, from what I said earlier, I'm going to use Sleep Dart anytime I can. I run Rainbow Sleep Darts, if you notice in my deck list, red, yellow, and blue, and I just try to take advantage of that as much as I can because when when I'm able to hit him with the sleep darts on hit, um, not only is he not able to generate ash when when he pitches red, but he's not able to give his dragons go again,
Hmm.
right? Because that's one of the main things that Drumline likes to do, um, is to overwhelm you with that board state of dragons. So I had some good plays against him with that, and yeah, he just wasn't able to get a good engine running, and I ended up winning a close one too. Yeah, even though he played pretty well, I thought I had a slight edge over him in that matchup. So I definitely feel like I got a bit lucky there. And so the next match I played against was Jesse Valdez, and I was actually pretty nervous coming in because I know he's a really good player. Like he's really good in the Portland scene,
Hmm.
and he actually played in the Pro Tour. So I was very aware of his ability to play very well in Flesh and Blood. And so he played Drumite, and I'm thinking, oh okay, well I just beat a Drumite from Travis. I, I'm assuming that Jesse would have a similar game plan, but we'll see if he has different cards and stuff. And yeah, I just ran the same game plan, and I was able to get some pretty good dominate arrows too, including I think one that was like 10 to 11 attack. And so yeah, I that was a pretty close match too. Like all the wins that I've had were just like really close.
Hmm.
Like I think just because for Azalea, and you already know, Andrew, like a lot of things have to work really well, right? Like you can't have an off turn. So, um, yeah, just using things like hamstring shot and and my favorite card in my deck, like sleep dart. That was definitely key. I do want to mention that there were times between my matches that I did use headshot, or within matches I used headshot, and so yeah, that was pretty apparent. But yeah, I just relied on buffing my arrows, making sure I had chances to give my arrows a go again. And yeah, I was able to get an edge and was able to get that win against Jesse. And yeah, we actually played another match after that. It was really cool. Like yeah, just getting more reps against Romai was really nice. And then so that was my fourth match, and the last match was against Sean. I don't remember his last name. I'm afraid it's not our Sean, but it's a different Sean, and he
It's
played
also
against
a Sean C, but I also forget. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So he played Briar. So his Briar was a lot different than Adam's Briar. Like he played cards like Veil of Flash and Arcane Shockwave.
Oh, like almost like a traditional ish lightning, or not traditional, but like a designed traditional lightning. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
that threw me off completely because like for me, I'm trying to be very aggressive. I'm trying to not take as much damage. I mean, and I don't want to block too much, but then there's times where I had to, or I just had to take like a lot of damage. And I I try to do the best I can. Still try to get dominate arrows from Rosalia's ability, and then in the end, I mean, at the very end of the match, he could have just resetted me and he would have won the game. But then instead, he did something where he used Market Lightning. I'm trying to recollect the ability, but basically he's able to do one damage, not arcane damage, one
yeah.
damage
It's just one straight
after
damage on a
yeah,
blocked elemental. Yeah,
right. And so there's like no way I could prevent that.
yep.
And I already used my Fate for Scenes, so or I don't know. I don't think
No,
Fate for
it's
Scenes.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. So yeah, he played really well though. I I definitely made a couple mistakes during that match where I thought that I could have, used Memorial Ground because Memorial Ground is another very important card for me to be able to get an arrow and put it back on top of my deck. And I made the mistake of getting Chicken Shot, which is the red is,
that's
you know,
the go again shot. Yeah,
go again, right? Yeah, for go again, and that was actually the wrong play. I could have gotten probably another headshot for a little bit more damage, or I think I had a hamstring shot in my graveyard. But yeah, I think, and the reason why I say this is because I didn't really take advantage of the go again, when I was able to get access to that arrow. So yeah, I just messed up there. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, I thought I played the best I could. I mean, given that there were some mistakes along the way, but yeah, I mean, my first time playing Commoner in this tournament format. So yeah, I definitely feel a lot better with this tournament than like previous tournaments I had with Azalea because like as you know, it's very hard to.
Uphill battle. Yeah. So let's go ahead and run through your deck list. I'll just go ahead and read it down. So you're running Death Dealer, no Redliner.
No red line.
Equipment. So the Brashad, the Bracers, Deep Blue, the Hood, Ironhide Helm, Ironhide Gauntlet, right? And those, or sorry, Ironhide and Iron Rot in that order. Both the boots and the hood. That boots is interesting because of snappies. Snapdragon
Yeah,
Scalers and Talismanic Lens. So walk us through that. Actually, I have a couple questions. Ping you on. So,
sure.
Death Dealer versus Redliner. How does that work with the opt? Because you're pretty limited on opt, so you're just all in on card draw. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I given that I haven't really used Redliner at all, I have no experience with Redliner, but I really like Death Dealer because I do like you mentioned the card draw is really nice, and I'm able to get the pitch I need, especially when I have to use like Deep Blue. When I'm able to get that three on demand. I mean, obviously seeking a card in order to do that, and I have my ratio set to the point where I'm pretty much almost every time able to get the resources I need in order to use that dealer effectively and shoot at least one good arrow. And so that's why I use Death Dealer. If I were using Redliner, I think the my pitch would be, I guess the way I would structure my pitch would be a lot different. But yeah,
Sure,
Death Dealer was
sure.
was the way to go. My my original loadout. So pretty much the default loadout with the equipment is talismanic lens. I use
No,
deep
no,
blue.
no homing hood in here, or
No horn.
honing hood. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't use it because I remember when I did try using it when I first started playing Azalea early this year. I mean, yeah, it was nice to be able to switch out your arsenal, but I feel like talismanic
Well, you
lens.
don't have to on that card, right? Because it doesn't say return all cards in Arsenal. So even if you have zero cards in
Yeah,
Arsenal, it still works. Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just felt that the talismanic lens or Hope Merchant's Hood were much better options for the headpiece. I mean, great, given I could have used, um,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
cross
Yeah. Fair
wrap
enough.
or kind of or yeah, the other legendary headpiece that everyone likes to use. Was it the Arcanine Skullcap? But like we're in commoner, so yeah, with
Right.
with
Right. Right.
with commoner, it's Talismanic Lands was just
You're
my favorite
talking
option.
the cross wrap. You're talking the
The
opt
cross
one.
wrap,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cross wrap, yeah, yeah, and that we can talk about later. It's another story, but yeah,
Well, we won't because it's commoner, but yeah.
yeah, we won't comment. Yeah, no, but yeah, Talismanic Lands, the ability to opt to as an instant is very very useful because it helps me
For your
structure
big hit, your big shot.
my big hit.
Yeah.
Right, right, and actually works for Death Dealer too because you draw the first card right, like
Right.
when you use Death Dealer, and then you know that the second card from the top of the deck is going to be the one that you're going to use to dominate with Zeal's ability.
Well, assuming
Um,
your opt. Yeah. Assuming
right,
your
assuming
opt
that you're
worked. Right.
right, assuming you're Osprey, right,
Yeah.
right. Um, I really really like Deep Blue. I think it is probably my favorite commoner chess piece.
Well, I was
I
going to ask
think.
about Spring Tunic here.
Oh, I actually haven't. Oh, you mean Final Spring Tunic? I mean for
No,
well.
no, no. Or sorry, not Spring Tunic. The new one from the two-player set. It's not Spring Tunic.
Oh,
It's
yeah, the one the
Summer
right. I know
Tunic, whatever the heck.
Summer Tunic, yeah, the one where you're able to get a resource on demand, right?
Right,
Like, okay,
right.
so I actually did not want to use that because I
Blossom of
felt that
Spring. That's what it is. There we go.
Blossom Spring. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just blanked out on that one. So I decided not to use that because I wanted to go with, having the three resources on demand when I need to. Like if I want to, use one to use Death Dealer, and then, use another one to, shoot an arrow, like, fatigue shot or hamstring shot, what have you, and then another resource in case if I have access to a Razor Reflex in my hand.
Got it.
So that was the main reason why I ran Deep Blue.
So
And
it's it's
Snap
it's worth it's worth the card on blue for the three pitch. Okay. Fair.
absolutely,
Yeah. Fair enough.
absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you're able to sync a card that you don't really need during that turn. I think Deep Blue really helps you there. And then yeah, Bullseye Bracers. I mean, very viable
Yeah.
in
That one's
almost every
not. I
format.
mean, everybody
Yeah,
plays that in CC too. So yeah. Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's run through the list real quick. So a boatload of reds here. We've got Fate, Fatigue, Hamstring, Head. That's the one that gets plus. So well, Hamstring's 1 on hit, effectively a frostbite. Headshots +2 in face up, Nimblism over flex. You are running Rabble. That's your pseudo opt there. It's not an actual opt, but it'll at least let you know what's coming. 2 Razors. Read the Glide Path as an opt. We have Ridge Rider red. Great card. Scar. You're counting on being able to take a hit. I like it. Searing Shot and then Sick'em Shot and then Sleep Dart. So those are all red. We are Headshot 2. Headshot again is a +2. Memorial Ground for bringing back. What were the cards that you were bringing back with Memorial Ground primarily?
The ones that I would bring back are typically if I know that I can finish if I can present lethal. I think red headshot is pretty good. 6 dominate is I mean, excuse me. Yeah, 6 dominate is nothing to scoff at. Also, but what I would prefer over a headshot if I had the opportunity is sleep dart. Sleep dart all the way.
On the right hero for sure.
On the right hero, right. I mean, there's heroes like Dash that it would just be ineffective because they start with an item as their ability. So,
sure, perfect.
Sounds
good. Yeah, and then Read the Glide Path, yellow, Sleep Dart, yellow, and then Ridge Rider Shot, blue, which is a no-brainer play. That's a great call, and then Sleep Dart. So I do find it interesting that you're playing deep blue because you want a blue, but you're only playing 2 blues. So talk to us through that one.
Yeah, because say I already used deep blue, like earlier in the game, and I want to still bank on the fact that I can get another blue pitch, in case I want to sub that, the Death Dealer with the 1 cost arrow, and then the possibility of using the Razor Reflex. So I just include 4 blue cards just for this case to happen. I don't always get a blue card. Just given the deck composition, it's not that common to get a blue card. But when I do, I definitely value it pretty well. It's going to be mainly for pitch.
Are you using deep blue primarily then, like you said, on the Razor turn? I mean, is that mostly the plan? Okay.
Yes. Well, to do it and whether I have one or not, be able to bluff that, hey, I have a Razor, I could have a Razor Reflex.
Oh, interesting.
If I'm showing a 1 floating, if I say, here's say a 7 attack arrow, 1 float, 1 card in my hand, there could be a chance that I have Razor Reflex, and I want to be able to show that against my opponent. And then if that situation happens, when it does, then sometimes they would overblock, which would help me because what if I don't have the Razor Reflex? Then it's I'm taking another card out of their hand, which is great.
Yeah, but then I guess you can arsenal the card maybe if you want to.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Yeah, because you have to have a card in hand to bluff with, but
that's true. Yeah.
So, fair enough. Go ahead.
Okay, so as you and I know, the risk of doing blind Azalea is quite a gamble. I only did that a couple of times during the commoner tournament. I think the last one I did a blind Azalea and I got a Fate Foreseen. So, which isn't bad. So it's okay, they know that I have a Fate Foreseen in my arsenal. So the next attack that comes, I'm gonna.
Well, it means you didn't attack that turn though. So.
I did not, yeah. But that's where it kind of feels bad. Where
blind is it? If you have cards in hand, so the unplayable card. You wouldn't get it. So the only unplayable. So Fate,
Nimblism, or just
Well, no, because I'm assuming you have an arrow in hand. Right. Well, but then you would have had something that because you'd have had to because you're not playing Redliner, you'd have to pitch. So, all right. So either way. All right. So last question and a half for you, then we'll get out of here. So. Sure. Convince me why, because in Commoner, Lexi's going to be playing Shiver, which is an on-demand dominate for 1.
Right.
So convince me why, or convince our viewers why Azalea is better to play in this format than Lexi for on-demand dominate.
Oh, wow. That is a tough question. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Why would Lexi be, or why would Azalea be better than
Because Azalea has what's arguably one of the best cards in the game, which is Redliner. but
That's
or sorry,
true.
not Red and Ledger, but
Red and Ledger,
that's not
yeah.
legal. So for
Uh,
commoner, why not Lexi?
so to answer your question, I think Lexi presents more of a threat in Commoner, as because I feel like she has more tools, especially with Ice and Lightning. I think the reason why I went with Azalea is because I wanted to show people that like yeah, like she's still viable in this format.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the format's a bit slower, right? Like you're not you don't have you don't have access to the Majestics that are super powerful,
Well, it's not necessarily
and
slower; it's less efficient, right?
right,
Yeah,
sorry, yeah,
yeah.
less efficient. It's less efficient, and I think that actually benefits Azalea because then it gives her a bit more time to sub things, and and there's more chances for Azalea to uh, use those dominate arrows, to hit when it really matters. So, um, I I think Lexi is a better hero to play in terms of like being more versatile. I just feel like Azalea's more fun, in my opinion. Just given the tools that she has, like, there's something about having a limited number of cards and being creative enough to make it work. And I think that's why Azalea appealed to me a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely I think I could have spent a little bit more time on Lexi, but I think given the history of like seeing you play Azalea and seeing our other friend Steven, who is a big Azalea player. I'm totally blanking on his last name. I
Yeah,
apologize, but
Stephen E. Cold
Steven, yeah,
pizza, cold pizza.
Cool Pizza, yeah. So I got inspired by you guys to try out Azalea, and yeah, I feel like she's a bit underrated, and yeah, even though she doesn't have the same tools as Lexi, I think that she still has a fighting chance in the format, and
Well,
yeah, as
she
you mentioned,
definitely does. You went. I mean, you went 3-2, which
yeah,
in kind of a little bit of a roll the dice format, I think is that's why I wanted to chat. I thought the 3-2 with Azalea, who's kind of hated on right now, and I've
I
given up. I've even given up on to a certain extent, right? So I thought it was a pretty nice showing. So
yeah,
props to
thank
you. I know
you.
there's going to be people very excited to see the list.
Yeah, thanks. I think just to close it out, I think there's also a surprise factor too. Like people, not a lot of people are gonna expect Azalea, or they're gonna and they're not going to expect to play her, and so it's like, okay, well, like, what does she do? And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, then we have, being able to go over to her ability, and then just that surprise factor of like, okay, well, we'll see what she does. We have to figure out what she can do, and so I think that actually helped me quite a bit, because I don't think a lot of people expected, you know, as an Azalea player to come in and just, uh, you know, play. So yeah, I think that definitely has a factor in this. So, but yeah, I'm gonna play Azalea again in the next commoner format. I want to get better with her. And I mean, if you want to, take a stab at it, please do, because I'm looking for ways to better her, uh, better the just the deck in general. I'm already thinking about pathing Helix. With the off chance that I'm able to get go again. Be able to reload like that is nice. So I'm still theory crafting here. So.
Nice, perfect. Well, thanks, man, for making the time tonight to make this happen. We are wishing you a lot of luck in Las Vegas. Actually, by the time this goes live, Las Vegas will have already happened. It's like a time machine.
Oh, don't you mean L.A. or?
What did I say? Las Vegas? Oh, I did say
Yeah.
Las Vegas. L.A. Battle Hardened L.A.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah. As I
No,
mentioned at the very
that's
beginning.
way, way, way into the future. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
No,
no.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So L.A. is
yeah,
this weekend. So or last weekend
I
by the time this goes live, but.
I have my deck ready. I'm just ready to go. I'm bringing this with me, and yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna hopefully I can represent us very well. I mean, I don't have high expectations. I just want to go in there, play all my matches, regardless of my results. Like I don't care. I just want to like learn more and just play against the best. So that's my attitude coming in, and I cannot be more excited. So,
Awesome. Well,
um,
I'm sure you won't let us down, man. So either way, like you said, you're going to come back with some good stuff. So best of luck this weekend. Thank you again for making the time tonight to share your Azalea deck. That's right. People are like 3-2. What? I don't want to play 3-2. It's 3-2 with Azalea, folks. 3-2 with Azalea. So
yeah.
nice showing. Thanks for showing us your list, talking with us about your list, and say it with me, man. If nothing else, go Commando.
Go Commando.